Debt, fear, relationships, the children, your health, work. When you want to give up and you need courage to continue, take heart and stay tuned as RJ Jackson writes her signature message of hope on your heart. You don't have to live where you're dying, and you don't have to die where you're living. Like every show of Conversations on Courage, you'll be informed, inspired, and encouraged to find the courage you need to succeed at home, work, and in your business. Get your pen and paper. You'll want to take notes. And now, your host, RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver.
Hey now, happy Tuesday, and welcome back to the table. You talk about authentic, down-to-earth conversation. Well, we had one last week, as in every week. And let me just remind you, today is no exception. We got lots for you to talk about today. We have opportunities, encouragement, and inspiration that will cause transformation in your situation. Yes, we have lots more in store just for you. Oh, yes, we do. Because joining us at the table today is the top LinkedIn personal branding voice, the brand strategist, the headshot photographer, content creator, keynote speaker, CEO, and the Brandpreneur himself, Nick F. Nelson. But first, here's 60 seconds of something amazing with leadership expert John Bentley.
Hi, I'm John Bentley, and today's quote comes from Helen Keller. Helen shares, "Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all." On your life's journey, do you find yourself in situations where you just want to hide instead of taking a chance and or face the challenges and consequences to get ahead? You must successfully deal with the fear to take these chances. From the moment you were born to the day you take your last breath, these opportunities are everywhere. If you decide to never take a chance, life would never be filled with adventure. There would be no learning, and in the end, there would be nothing in your life but missed opportunities. So here's what I want you to do starting right now. Make a list of the opportunities you've allowed to pass by. List the reasons you were afraid to try these opportunities. And finally, look within yourself to find the strength to chase the adventure. Again, I'm John Bentley. Thank you for listening. You can reach out to me at www.power2transform.com. That's power, the number 2, transform.com. And I look forward to sharing future 60 seconds of something amazing with you.
Thanks, John. You're amazing.
Stay tuned. Coming up next, RJ brings her special guest to the table for more authentic and down-to-earth conversations on courage.
Now, just before we get started with this conversation, we know you're going to be picking up what we're putting down, but let me just lay the groundwork and tell you a little bit about Nick F. Nelson. He is an award-winning brand strategist, a creative executive, the CEO of Brandpreneur, the nation's leading brand development, image development, and executive presence firm for the digital age. Nick is an innovative force in brand marketing, and throughout his nearly 2-decade-long career has produced targeted marketing and communicative strategies for leading consumer products and entertainment brands such as Disney, General Mills, HBO, NBC, Warner Brothers, and even Walmart. He's recognized as the agency's Marketer of the Year by the Atlanta chapter of Americans Marketing Association. I promise you, we're going to have a brand good time. So go ahead, get your brand self ready. Help me welcome Nick F. Nelson. Nick Thank you for sitting at the table with us.
Thank you.
Let's have some fun. I want to give people an opportunity to get to know you. So, you game for a game?
Come on, let's do it.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee, always.
All right. Basketball or football?
Basketball.
Who's your favorite team?
You know what? I've always been a Lakers fan, and now that LeBron's there, you know, I really am. But you know, they take you for a roller coaster ride. But I've always loved the Lakers before Shaq, before Kobe, and all that stuff, man.
Are you a YouTuber or a Netflixer?
I'm all about YouTube. Let me say, I can do all things through God and YouTube.
All right, here we go, brother. Now, check this out. This one's going to be a little deep. Would you rather be famous alive or forgotten when you're dead?
Famous alive.
All right. Weather-wise, spring or fall?
I am a spring kind of guy. I love, warm weather, and I love the sunshine.
What's that music scene like? Is it rhythm and blues or jazz all day long?
Rhythm and blues, R&B, straight R&B.
All right, brother. Got that R&B going on. Well, what's it looking like for you? Late nights when it comes to working or early morning work?
Working 24/7. How about that?
And I think that's something like a solopreneur.
That's called a solopreneur. Is there a time we're not working? Help me understand that.
Wait, what's that song? Got me working night and day, day and night.
Absolutely. But if it had to, it's early mornings, because early mornings is kind of like it's nobody wants me. I'm all good.
Awesome. We're going to be watching a little movies or some Netflix or some YouTube. As you said, you and God and YouTube can do all things. But is it comedy or are you watching a documentary?
You know what? It all depends on my mood. I love to laugh, and there's sometimes I just don't want to think about anything because I'm thinking all the time, and that's when the comedy hits. But then I also love to learn, and depending upon, like, there's this one documentary on Ali that's coming out soon on HBO. Oh, my God, I can't wait for it. Like, I love to learn. I love backstory. I love stories. So that's what documentaries are there for.
Absolutely. And everybody has a story. And we're excited today that we get to hear your story, Mr. Nick F. Nelson, the Brandpreneur. Why don't we just jump right in with who is the Brandpreneur?
I am flashy, classy, with just a hint of ghetto. So what that means is that I understand who I am. I'm part entertainer, part counselor, part ad guy, whole lot of Jesus in me, but I'm a hot mess also, right? And but more so, I want to see people win, and I want to see them be effective in winning.
So that ghetto thing, I could totally understand that. Like Paul, I could be all things because I'm the new age Paulette, and I can be all things to all people.
I see that in your spirit. I see you being a Paulette. I see that.
I'm like, listen, I grew up in the ghetto. Don't get it twisted.
No, please don't get it twisted. No, let me tell you something. You can transform into whatever you need to be at that given time.
That's right. To get the job done, to help remind people, as you say, they are remarkable. And as I say, there's greatness inside of them. And people so need to know that message.
They sure do.
As the Brandpreneur, the classy with a hint of ghetto guy, what is the Brandpreneur?
I help remarkable people, products, and organizations get noticed, not just by anybody, but those who have the ability and the desire to support them. So that's key. So the ability here is, I have the ability to either pay or to provide an opportunity or to assist in some way in terms of helping to spread your message. And then the desire. the desire here is not only do I have the ability to pay or the ability to help out or to help to get noticed or what have you, but I want to work with you. See, I'm a firm believer in I want to work with people who want to work with me. That's why when I tell everybody this, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I realize that. And so I am very intentional about everything that I do and people that I target to and people that I speak to. I'm like what they call the dog whisperer. If I'm for you, you're going to hear me loud and clear. I will be booming in your ears. But if I'm not for you, that's fine. You might be just kind of like, who is this guy and why is he always on my timeline? And scroll on. And I'm okay with that. But that's what I teach my clients is that you've got to be very intentional when it comes to your brand, and you got to understand who needs you the most. The thing about it here is that's why it's important, RJ, for you to put your message out there, because there's somebody who needs to hear you. And if you are not online and if you are not consistently communicating and providing value, they will never in this world know that you exist. And then you just hurt somebody because they needed you and they didn't know that you were there.
Now, that's pretty deep. They needed you but didn't know that you were there. And that's the importance of getting noticed. So how does one get noticed? How do you help people get noticed as the expert?
I give you permission. I give you permission to engage. See, a lot of times with my customers and my clientele, they have a desire to. No one's giving them permission. Now, what does giving you permission mean? I've given you a strategy so you feel confident. You actually think you know what you're doing because you do. You understand what your message is. You understand who you are. See, branding is more than just, I know I show a lot of images and videos and stuff. It actually starts in the heart. It starts with your purpose. I help you uncover and define what your purpose is. And once you understand what your purpose is, then it's all about understanding, all right, who are you purposed now to serve? And once you understand who you're purposed to serve, it goes even further in terms of, okay, now what are you going to serve up to them? And then what are your gifts that you're going to make available? And once you understand what you're serving to them and what your gifts that you're making available, then it becomes, well, what do they get by engaging with you? That's good old-fashioned business. It's called return on investment. And then lastly, it becomes, all right, now how are you going to let them know? How are you going to let them know that you exist? How are you going to save a soul, save a life, save somebody? How are you going to make them? It's almost like church, RJ. At the end of church, the pastor makes his appeal. Won't you come? Won't you? He would have spent 20 to 25 minutes, 30, maybe in an hour if you're in a black church. It all depends. Preaching to the pews, preaching to the people. And at the end of it is this call to action. Won't you come? Right? I teach you how to make your story and make your call to action and your appeal so that the people will walk down your brand aisle, right, and come to your pulpit. That's what branding and Brandpreneur is all about. That's what getting noticed is all about. It's not for selfish intentions. It's really to help others because now they know you exist.
Start with the heart. That's courage. And it does take courage to accept the permission to be noticed. So I also understand that it takes confidence, a belief in yourself to do that. So how do you help people make that shift to realize they really are remarkable?
I motivate them. See, the other thing here is that very few people receive somebody or have somebody to let them know how great they are, right? People are quick to let you know when you're not doing well, but they're slow to praise. I start off with reminding you. If you see any of my people, I let them know off from the back, you are remarkable, because there's a psychology around that in terms of, you know what, if I feel it, then I believe it. And if I believe it, I actually will walk in that. But the first thing here is I got to feel it. And sometimes, you need somebody to help you feel it. And, that's why when people get awards, they feel incredible. They feel like, okay, maybe the work that I am doing is making a difference. Well, I ain't got no award for you right now. But what I can do is I can give you words of motivation and encouragement and provide you a reminder of just how incredible you are, because I see it in people. And by me saying it, and it's good old-fashioned what I call propaganda. Propaganda gets a bad rap. People think of, Kim Jong-il or Hitler and things of that nature. No. Propaganda is saying something over and over and over again until you finally believe it. You say it through images. You say it through video. You say it through, just rhetoric. But you say it so much that the people believe it. My propaganda for every one of my people is that you are remarkable.
So, Nick, we know you do what you do, and you do it well. And often I say it's not what we drive, but what drives us. So tell us your story. Like, what drives you to remind people and tell people that they're remarkable and help them get noticed? How did you become the Brandpreneur?
So very quickly, my story starts when I started my art advertising firm, Liquid Soul, in 2001, and had a business partner. He was the front facer. He was the leader of the group, right? He was the soloist, and I was on percussion. The percussion keeps the rhythm of the group of the thing going. So I kept the beat going. So I managed the organization, I managed the people, came up with the ideas and all that stuff, and I was comfortable there. I was comfortable playing drums, right? But there came a point in time, more specifically in 2013, when my father passed away, where everybody, he was a professor at Ohio State University, one of the founders of Black Studies, and everybody came to me. They came from all over the country to celebrate his life, and they were like, Nick, man, your dad did this. He impacted my life. He did this. And I was like, well, I want to, when I close my eyes, I want people to be able to say the same thing. So I honestly, it came from a very selfish place of, I want people to say that I changed their lives. But then I started thinking about it, and I said, you know what, Nick, you actually have the ability to do so. And if I look at all of my gifts and I compound them together, my gift of creativity, my gift of speaking, my gift of marketing, my gift of advertising, big idea thinking, and I picked up a skill of photography and videography. I was like, man, that's kind of like all the Avengers wrapped up in one. Dude, why don't you just be the whole damn Avengers and go out there and make some noise? And that's where the whole concept of Brandpreneur came from. One of my idols in life has always been Muhammad Ali, because Muhammad Ali was unapologetic. He would let you know. He let you know, I'm the greatest. I'm beautiful. I'm handsome. And the thing about it here is he was actually a very humble person, but he wasn't humble, right? And the issue that I see with so many people is that they don't have enough Ali in them. They're humble too much to an extent. They're letting their humility stop them from getting noticed. And so people don't know that they exist. And so, in my mind, it took a minute for it all to come together for it to make sense. But, when it came together, when it finally clicked, I was like, okay, bro, leverage all of these gifts and put them all together and let them work in concert with one another and be the whole damn orchestra, not just percussion.
Be the band, my man. Be the
whole damn band. I'm on
baby.
bass. I'm on bass. I'm on piano. I'm on lead vocals. I'm on background vocals. I'm like Prince. My God.
You see, you go down to Venice Beach in Venice, California, and you got people out there performing. You got the one-man band. He got the whole show, and everybody has their eyes on the one-man band because it's unique. Yep. It's different.
Yeah. Remember Whoopi Goldberg back in the day? She did her one-woman show, right? There's something special about one person doing multiple things, right? But doing them exceptionally well, right? You don't really see that anymore. Like that's you got to think about that. How many people actually do that? And so that's the unique thing that I'm trying to bring to the table is that it's all in one. That's what makes me a brandpreneur. It's all in one person.
There's a saying that says it's not flesh and blood, but it's the heart of the Father that makes sons. And it sounds like your Father's impact through you is impacting the world as a brandpreneur. You're reminding people that they are remarkable and giving them the permission to show up in life. So I'm sure your dad is celebrating you every day, going, "That's my boy, yeah."
He would love to show me off. Now, and you're right. You're right there. In life, he showed me off. I can just imagine in death. Oh man, he running his mouth so much. He like, oh man, they're like, will you please stop talking about this boy? But have you seen this? Oh my, but have you seen this? So I get it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He sure is.
Yes, nothing like the Father's love, and I am certainly a witness to the Father's love.
Hi, this is Miriam Ali, and you're listening to Conversations on Courage with your host, R.J. Jackson, the Courage Giver.
Okay, Nick, so you've told us about your journey. You've told us about your dad, how you got started, your passion, your purpose. Now tell us, what lessons have you learned from your journey?
2 lessons I've learned from my journey is that oftentimes the thing that you're purposed to do is right there in your face, but you've rejected it. You've rejected it. And it's until you embrace that thing, you won't have peace. So the other thing that I've learned is that people don't give a damn. And I don't mean that in a negative fashion. I mean that in realistic, it's just life. As an entrepreneur, you're going to go through ups and downs. You're going to have some good days. You're going to have some bad days. You're going to have some wins. You're going to have some disappointments. And you're going to have some damn disasters, right? But nobody cares if you fall on your face. Did nobody tell you to become an entrepreneur? You decide that. You made that decision. Everybody has their own problems. The thing that I've learned is that nobody gives a damn, so I don't expect them to. I don't get disappointed when people, don't answer my call right away. I don't get disappointed when people don't feel frustrated because I'm frustrated. I don't get disappointed when people fail me, because people will fail you. The only perfect person ever was Jesus, right? What I do here is I cheerlead myself. Sometimes I'll be in the middle of a shoot, RJ. I'll be like, damn, that boy good. Excuse me, I'm just cheering myself on. Don't mind me. And if as long as I stay on my team, I'll always have a team. If I jump off my own team, my God, my team is in trouble because I don't have a team. So that's what I've learned, is that to fall into your purpose, you got to really look at those things that are right in front of you that you've rejected your entire life, and understand people don't give a damn, and don't be mad at them because they have their own stuff. But don't expect them to be your cheerleader.
Be your own best cheerleader. What is right there in front of me that I'm typically missing? Can you give us an example?
It's that talent that you've had your entire life that you're too good for now, that is beneath you. It's that thing that it comes so easy. It's kind of like, well, that surely can't be it. For me, it was the gift of photography. Man, it takes people years to learn how to perfect this thing. Man, I got that thing so fast, man. It was just kind of like, okay, that's cool. I got it. Yeah, I take some decent images. And then, I got conflicted within myself. I was like, all right, so I was like, Nick, what the hell are you doing? You've been on red carpets. You've met with CEOs. You've been in boardrooms. You created marketing campaigns for Empire and Blackish, and now you taking pictures of random people. What the hell is going on in your life? Are you going through a midlife crisis? No. I'm letting God use me, and I'm falling into my gifts, and then I'm just rolling with it. Until he revealed to me that, Nick, this is a part of the purpose that I have for your life, and that as you get people to see their very best selves, you are bringing them closer to me. Because as they feel good about themselves, they feel whole. And as they feel whole, they see themselves in a different light, and then they're open and more receptive to see me. See, it ain't about me, although I make it about me every day because I'm out here on social media bragging about my other people and me. So you can see, hey, yes, I am proof in advertising. But it's all around, making certain that other people realize that they are great and that they are remarkable. And so that's what that's all about.
What I hear you say, snap, snap, at the end of the day, you are pointing them to him and reminding them that they are whole. OMG, snap, snap, you are remarkable. Oh, there's greatness inside of you, and listen, the world awaits your greatness. Stop overlooking what's right in front of your face. And Nick, that's what, especially as women, we do. We overlook our greatness. So when it comes to branding, what is one that's really a game changer that can transform their relationships in business?
The one thing that they overlook is their eyes. When I say the eyes, everything, I put a post out there on LinkedIn today about that. The eyes are the most important asset, the feature that you have when it comes to your brand. The reason why is because I can tell everything about you based off of your eyes. I can tell if you feel confident. I can tell if you're nervous. I can tell if you like me, if you don't like me. Hell, I can tell if you got a crush on me. I can tell if, anything I need to know about you and your brand. You, period, I can tell by looking at your eyes. Far too often I see, people come to me, more specifically, I'll even say some of my female clientele. Their eyes tell a story of, I'm exhausted. Their eyes tell a story of, I've given to everybody, but I haven't given to myself. Their eyes tell a story of, I've been hurt. Their eyes tell a story of, I don't have confidence in what I'm doing. The eyes tell a story of, I know it all, but it's just a front, right? I feel I have to act like I know it all. What I teach them is that it's okay to be your authentic self, but understand that people are watching and I am watching because I'm looking at your eyes. And so that's the one thing that my female clientele can really focus on, is don't wear the weight of your world on your eyes, but, lift it up and be encouraged and remember you're remarkable.
The truth is in the eyes, 'cause the eyes don't lie. Oh, wait, I forgot. I am not Anita Baker. I'm RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver. And I'm excited to be talking to the Brandpreneur, Nick F. Nelson. Listen, ladies, it's in the eyes, because the eyes don't lie. Hey, this is no lie. I'm telling you the truth. I really enjoy following you on social media, on LinkedIn, on every platform. I'm like, where he at? So where are you? If someone wants to follow you today, where are you? How can they find you?
Yeah, at Brandpreneur on Instagram, and at Nick F. Nelson on LinkedIn. And then you can find me at Nick F. Nelson or Brandpreneur on Facebook. Or you can go to brandpreneur.com. Now, here's the thing about it here is I spelled it wrong. It's UER, not EUR. So if you've spelled it wrong, you've spelled it right. Brandpreneur, UER, not EUR, because it's all about you.
That's that being different, getting noticed, right?
No, that's called not spelling. When I first got my domain, I spelled it incorrectly, and the correct spelling of it wasn't available, so I just rolled with it. I'm in marketing. I can be creative. It made it sound like I did that on purpose. I didn't, but that's fine.
Okay.
It's UER.
I love that. I love that transparency. So I noticed something. You gave us your website, but you really started with your social media. So I kind of got like a twofold question for you. One, how do you find time to manage all your social medias? And two, I heard you say somewhere along the line that websites don't matter or they don't mean anything. Talk to us about those two things.
Yeah. Websites really don't. websites don't carry the same importance as they used to because people they don't know about your website until you tell them about your website. And where you tell them about your website and where you drive them to your website is through your social media platforms. And nowadays, your social media platforms have the same capabilities and functions as your website. Your website has a profile. You can put your profile on social media. Your website, you can place an image of yourself. You can place many images of yourself on social media. Your website, you talk about your capabilities and what you do. You can do the same thing now on your social media channels. So, therefore, your website is there only for search engine optimization, or if somebody pops into Google and they put in your name, they immediately find you via your customized domain. Now, if that's not working for you, if you put in your name and you have a website and you don't come up on the first list, then you really have no reason for having a website. See, it's almost like I can either create a party and promote, or I can go to where the party's already happening, where the people are already there, and promote to the people that I want to reach. It's a lot less expensive for me to go to some place and promote than to build the party myself, invite all the people, pay all the people that needs to do the stuff. I mean, like literally, social media is one big party, and you've been invited, you're just not going. And so that's why websites don't matter as much. And then the last thing here is I sell sales funnel consulting. And basically with that, I've determined that landing pages are the new website. You get a landing page, point it to your domain, landing page and sales funnel. Sales funnel is a technology that has back-end customer relationship management, email management, newsletter management, webinar management. It serves as a sales engine for you. A website is, it's a reference point, but landing pages actually sell. And so that's why I encourage people, if you're going to do a website, do a combination of a landing page, but with a sales funnel on the back end. That way you can automatically get some lead generation going and make some money. So that's why I say websites just don't make money.
We're going to definitely have to have you come back on and talk about sales funnels. So leave us with words of encouragement for those who are afraid to take a risk with confidence. What would you tell them?
It's natural to be afraid because you're being stretched. See, the only time you grow is when you stretch yourself. It's like when you go to the gym. In order to build up your muscle, you've got to stretch it. You've got to build it and let it go back and forth. You got to put weight on it, right? Through that, you break that muscle down. By breaking it down, you actually are building it back up. Stretching yourself means having faith and believing in something higher than you, because you're not always going to know what you're doing. But as you are stretching yourself, you're stretching your faith and you're stretching your relationship with God. And it also proves to you that this is something that I have to depend on somebody other than myself in. And as your relationship grows, so does your life grow. The thing I've learned is that everything is figure-outable. Everything will be okay. But I've got to take some risk in life. There are two magical words that I tell everybody that you have to make. And you have to, once you deposit them in your spirit, you can do anything. Two magical words. People don't like it when I say it. And I won't say it completely for your audience, RJ, but it's F it. As soon as you say F it, as soon as you put it in your spirit, man, F it. You just unlocked the key to stretching yourself and getting noticed, because you just don't care about what other people think anymore. All you care about is what you feel like you're purposed to do, and you're squarely focused on that. You're not looking to the left. You're not looking to the right. You're not looking behind you. All you're doing is looking forward, and that's where greatness is. It's ahead of you.
I remember the day I saw your post, F it, and it literally woke me up. And it moved me to a place that I needed to be personally, professionally, and believe it or not, even spiritually, because it's all about saying at the end of the day, that don't matter. Here is what matters. Yeah, F it. Nick F. Nelson, brother, you are remarkable. Thank you for being our guest and sitting at the table with us here on Conversations on Courage.
RJ, let me tell you something before I go. I got to tell you how much your story moves me. I've read your story, heard you talk about your story in terms of just overcoming. Mama, you put on a damn good show, because I understand that the struggle is real for you in terms of just keeping everything all together in your mind, et cetera, and you're still recovering, right? But you don't let it stop you. You've learned nobody gives a damn. You've been there by yourself in that dark hour when, long after your accident, people have just, they kind of fall off, right? When the plates stop coming and the people stop showing up as frequently, right? You've had to deal with you. And you still put positivity out there. It's so easy to just be like, woe is me. But not only do you not say, woe is me, you got the audacity to encourage other people. That's what I call remarkable. You are a prime example of that. So I thank you for having me. I thank you for being the spirit that you are, right? And I'm going to use your line. Yeah, you're remarkable. And when I'm talking about remarkable, yes, I'm talking about you. And then what you do, I'm talking about you.
When I say he is remarkable, girl, I'm talking about you.
I'm talking about you. Yes, I am.
You're amazing, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for those words of encouragement. And yes, you're right. I've been called to be a breath of fresh air and remind people they don't have to live where they're dying, and they certainly don't have to die where they're living. This conversation has been real. Let's do it again. Can we make a point to do it again?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it again. Come on.
Let's do it again.
Do
Boy,
it again.
They don't know about that song. They don't know about Curtis Mayfield. They don't know about Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. They are not. They ain't lived long enough, RJ.
Well, let's school them for just a moment. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Come on. That's the song.
Hey, make your day as remarkable as you are today, brother.
Well, what can we say? Another day here at the table on Conversations on Courage, where we absolutely, positively kept our promise to you. Not only did we provide you with inspiration that causes transformation, but we provided you with success strategies for healthy and whole relationships. Hopefully you took some notes, but if not, no worries. Just catch us on the replay. We'll be here just for you. I'm RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver. It's been a pleasure to be your host and introduce you to our featured guest today. In the meantime and in between time, I'm not going to quit my day job. Don't you worry, because my day job is inspiring you to take a risk with confidence so that you, my friend, can live life on the other side of fear. While it is my pleasure to inspire you and encourage your heart here on Conversations on Courage, it is my passion and my purpose to connect with you as an international speaker, to remind you that there's greatness inside of you. If you're looking for an authentic, down-to-earth speaker who speaks not only from the heart, but shares her stories for God's glories and tells about the journey that she's taking, she's on, and that she's preparing for, hey, give me a call. Let's talk. It'd be my pleasure to see how I may serve you. In the meantime, in between time, as I like to say, keep up your courage, take a risk with confidence, and stay blessed indeed. We'll be here again next week, same time, same purpose. And you, my friend, well, you're the reason why. So we hope to see you then. In the meantime, don't forget to follow me online. You can catch me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Anchor, and all social media platforms at The Courage Giver. You can visit my website at thecouragegiver.com. That's thecouragegiver.com. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us for Conversations on Courage. Now that you've been inspired, informed, and encouraged, it's time for you to take action. So head on over to thecouragegiver.com. That's thecouragegiver.com and connect with RJ for a personal conversation on courage. She's waiting to help you take the risk you need to succeed.